Greetings, Ani, Bonjour, Kwe Kwe, Tanzi. It's Catherine and Brian at Moonstarlodge in Southern Georgian Bay area of Ontario, Canada. And we're here with our weekly reading for February 26th through March 3rd. We're well into Pisces season, and as we film these ahead of time, we have actually entered Pisces as we're filming this. We've been doing Indigenous spirituality, arts, and education now for a very long time, and I've been doing the cards for over 50 years this year. So I delight in bringing the Jungian archetypes and all those things that help us to get to the nitty-gritty of what's out there in the ethers when you add in the astrology and numerology. And this is a big week for me. It's my birthday, and I celebrate my birthday all through Pisces season and right through to the end of March. Yeah, this is a fun week. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the cards say. By the way, if you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you've been around for a while, welcome. And we depend on your donations for coffee, and I'll take any birthday gifts you want to send, including Chippendales. I don't care. Anyway, let's go to the cards, Brian, before I get too silly. Actually, no, we can't go to the cards. We have to do the decks. So the decks are the Dragon's Oracle, which is fairly new. I think I've only used it once. The principal tarot this week is Raveness and Draken. And the Oracle of the Universe by Stacy DeMarco. We're going to have a pop-in visit by Tarot of the Abyss by way of one of the cards that's shown up. We have the Marigold Tarot. I'm going to get Vanna White here to grab these boxes for me. The Urban Crow Tarot and Expansion Pack. I've just blended them all together. The Dragon Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. And finally, the Dream Raven Tarot. Oh, there is another tarot as well, and I'll show you that in a minute. I don't have a box. This came as a reprint from Make Playing Cards. Here's the back of it. It's a very old deck by Londa Marks. It was my unicorn deck, and it's the Magic of the Crows Tarot by Londa Marks. It's out of print now. Anyway, now we can go to the cards, Brian. Boy, I get excited when it's my birthday. All right, so we're starting with the Queen of Cups. What a wonderful card. And this is a collective reading. It's not my personal birthday reading, so please know that these energies are for all of us, or most of us anyway. So the Queen of Cups is an emotionally stable, mature being who cares for the inner circle of her life, makes sure the king is well cared for, makes sure that everything is flowing smoothly and that we're all getting the emotional, watery, good stuff that we need. And she's clarified by the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands looks like he could be throwing a javelin or something, or he's dancing, I'm not sure. But where she is a little bit more introverted than our king, who appears up here, he's all about getting into the passion and the swing and going after, very determined, in a determined way, those passionate enterprises that are spiritually important for us. There's elements here of karma and destiny, so it's giving us, or he's after the passion that will allow us to go into the things which will make our life more complete, resolving karmic issues, making the best use of the life that we have, and making sure that our spirits are always up and that we have the spiritual infusion, the passionate infusion, to be balanced and centered and capable of moving forward. So it's followed here by the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is the party gang, making sure that we take time to celebrate and enjoy this week. And it's clarified by a very big dragon here called You Determined. And it's the pride of the earthly. It's interesting because he's facing our knight here. We're doing things which are good for us individually, but also collectively, our endeavors. And the royal couple here show me that the endeavors are being honored here by this dragon. So we move right away to the King of Cups, the paramour, the counterpart of the Queen. The King of Cups is all about making sure everybody's needs in the vast ocean of people in the area that the king surveys. I almost said the land that he surveys, but this is cups and this is water. And so we're very well balanced emotionally, internally, externally. The world sees us in a good way, and this is clarified also or impacted here. We do have a warning card, and this warning card, this crow is calling out a warning, sitting atop a lantern, projecting the light or the illumination of something. And when I asked Spirit what this means with respect to the king, it's about making sure that we all don't get overextended emotionally, overtired physically, spent physically, mentally drained, spiritually depleted. We have to keep the energies up this week. And that's a balancing act. So when you get the first signs, if you do, of being giving too much to others, it's time to pull back. The warning here is to pull back and take care of oneself, to act more like the Queen at that point, to bring the balance back to this royal couple. It is followed, however, by the Chariot. And I always see this as a go forward with trust and faith quickly. That's a little bit like amplifying the Eight of Wands card, but this is a major card and major arcana card. And it's clarified here by the Page of Swords. So this is captivation. This is making an entrance. This is the curiosity and analysis of just going, not stopping, treating everything as if you're seeing it for the first time, exploring all the options available. This is a card of air and intellect. This is a card of forward movement. So this is an interesting week. We've got a lot of water, but we've got this air, and we have fire. So can't have dragons without fire. Interesting so far. So now we have Judgment. And the Judgment card, it's interesting here because these are trees, the spirits of trees, and they're holding up the moon. And here is our raven. This raven is pointing right at the clarifier, which is the Death card. And death is a transformation, an evolving judgment. And the old meaning of judgment was about, the raising of the dead. But this isn't what this means. Either card isn't what the historical meaning exactly directly implies. It isn't that obvious. So we are the judges of what will be the best route of our transformation. And this transformation is huge. We did recently just get the Year of the Dragon. That was part of the impetus for doing this in the Chinese New Year. And I find this very interesting. There's all this fiery passion stuff if we equate the fire of the dragon with the fire of wands. So only we can determine what is our best transformation. It implies letting go of something dead that no longer serves us. That death aspect is there. It's the dying off of things. We're coming into spring. We're anticipating new growth, big time new growth. So this is a card of knowing that we are the judges of how we will grow this spring. Now the next card that pulled up from the deck is the Three of Swords. But I did a lot of research about the Three of Swords, and it isn't always the Rider-Waite-Smith, which is the newest iteration of, or the Ralph Waite iteration, meaning of being hurt, losing a loved one, losing a relationship with someone, not necessarily by death, but it's hard. People call it the heartbreak card. That's not the only meaning, and that's not the historic meaning. I purposely went and got this card from the Tarot of the Abyss. Three of Swords. It's the releasing of energy. So if you look at the numerology of the threes, you have the ace, which is our connection with monad. It's the inspiration, it's beginning. The twos are the judgment, the finding the balance between all the options. And the threes relates to exploration and determining what direction the wisdom takes. Nothing to do with heartbreak. And I like that for this reading. I'm not choosing it because I don't see that there's that potential. That is still a valid but very new meaning of this card. And if you look very carefully at a true Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you'll see that the swords that go through the heart in the Pamela Coleman Smith deck are actually sheathed. So there's a wisdom. It's not killing the heart, it's a wisdom. This is wisdom from the excitement. And that's what this means in this reading. The excitement of and the wisdom gained. The swords here are releasing the ideas in the form of tiny crows and ravens. So it's clarified by Royal Blue and Gold Dragon. This one strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. So the power of wisdom is exactly what this card is going after. It's releasing the power of wisdom. I'm just going to move this card for the moment. So releasing the power of wisdom to move forward. So this is gained knowledge this week. Things are opening. Now, I haven't used the Oracle of the Universe before, well shuffled, and I get the World card. So we start with the Queen of Cups, through the Three of Cups, the King of Cups, the Chariot, Judgment, Rebirth, Three of Swords as a release of wisdom to help us, and the World is our oyster, the last card of the major arcana. And it's interesting because the image here is very similar to this image, which is the earth circled by the tail of the dragon. This is the helix, the eye of God. It exists in space, and it is protection. It's a nebula. So this is an actual photo of something that exists, and they call it the eye of God. And this looks like virtually the same image. You can flip the camera, Brian. That's a very powerful and wonderful reading. I have both sympathetic chills and parasympathetic nervous system sensations. So my Gnostic consciousness is very much opened up to what this reading is saying for myself and for the collective. This is quite exciting. Anyway, if you enjoyed this reading, please give me a comment about how you see this moving forward as we move into spring or closer to spring. I enjoy the dialogue back and forth with people. Give us a like, subscribe, and send me a birthday coffee. All right. Blessings from Brian and I. Miigwech. Aho. Peace.